Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of September 9th, 2020. Let's get right into it. First up, we have Batman and the Outsiders, number 16. Brian Hill's done a fantastic job on this, and I cannot wait to see where it ends. I think it ends with issue 17, so we'll see, but he's done a really good job on it. I've liked it. Next up, we have Dark Knight's Death Metal Trinity Crisis one-shot. For those of you who've been following Death Metal, you should be picking this up. It is awesome stuff. I finally got caught up on all my books and read the last two, The Legends of the Dark Knights and the guidebook, and those were great. So I highly, highly recommend you check those out. Next up, we have The Flash 761. Williamson, just fantastic. He's done an amazing job on Flash. I'm sad to see him go when he's finally off of it. I don't remember when he's done. But man, is it a fantastic run. If you haven't checked out Flash, you really, really need to. Next up, we have Hawkman number 27, and we got some Justice Society of America. Robert Vendetti's bringing the Justice Society into Hawkman, which I think is awesome. The story in it has been just really, really good, and it's what he did to the Hawkman mythos in the last issue is really, really cool. So I highly recommend you check it out. Next up, we have Joker Harley, Criminal Sanity, number 5. What can I say? Cami Garcia is just knocking it out of the park with this one. She's also knocking it out of the park with her other titles that she's doing. Really great stuff coming out from her, and you should definitely check her stuff out. Next up, we have Justice League Odyssey, number 24. This book's coming to an end soon as well. It's been a really slow Space Burn book, but I've actually enjoyed it. It's probably one of those titles that I think a lot of people will pick up in trade and find in trade and enjoy. It's definitely refreshing to see Jessica Cruz's character being a very predominant role in the book. So it's definitely fun there. Next up, we have Joker War Collateral Damage tie-in, and that is Nightwing 74. So we're going to check out what happens with Nightwing and see what goes on with that crystal that seems to be controlling everybody. So who knows? Next up, we have Oblivion Song number 27. Robert Kirkman's just done a fantastic job with Oblivion Song. It's fun stuff all around. Next up is James Tynion the Fourth. Tynion the Fourth. I butcher names all the time. Something is Killing the Children number 10 from Boom Studios. Man, this title is just great. It's nonstop. It's just in your face horror, just great stuff. Next up, we have Superman number 25 in an extra anniversary-sized issue, and apparently the first appearance of Sinmar. So people, first appearance, gotta grab it. Okay, but I'm actually excited. Bendis has done a great job on Superman, and I can't wait to dive in. Next up, we have Wonder Woman number 762. Got some Maxwell Lord back in action, and apparently, liar, the little girl there is his daughter. So, spoiler, man, Wonder Woman's great. Tamaki has just done a fantastic job with it. Mikhail Hanin isn't doing art on all of the issues, but the art is still good overall. So, if you are an art person, I definitely would say stick around. Some good stuff. That's it for my pull list. I know it's a smaller week, but I did grab some variant covers, and there are some graphic novels. So let's get into it. First up, I picked up the third print. Yes, I said third print of Batman 90. I liked the black and white there, and I thought it was a really good, cover. So I decided to pick it up. Sometimes those black and white variants do go for second prints go for a little something because people actually like that version of the cover. Next up, we have, of course, the Batman and the Outsiders number 16. Batman and the Outsiders. I got to get the variant. I'm a sucker. But yeah. Next up, we have the variant for Flash 761. We got Impulse on there. We got a Wally West Kid Flash on there. So yeah, some good stuff going on. Joker Harley Criminal Sanity came with a variant cover. So I snagged that one up as well. And of course, I liked the Nightwing dueling punchline on the Nightwing 74 cover. And as always, I've been getting the Wonder Woman variant covers, and I got the one for 762. So that's my variant cover picks. I do have a title that came out a few weeks ago, but we didn't have enough copies, or we got shorted. I don't know. But that's a book for my daughter, and that's Lois Lane and the Friendship Challenge from DC Kids. So I got to snag this up for my daughter, so hopefully she wants to read and enjoy it. But we'll see. But I did pick up some graphic novels this week. First up on my graphic novel pickup was a Firefly and the New Sheriff in the Verse, Volume 1. This collects, the Outlaw Ma Reynolds #1, Shot #1, and Firefly 13 through 15. So I liked Boom and these nice hardcover collections they've been doing. So that's how I've been getting this. I haven't yet dove into Firefly, but Greg Pak does some decent work, so I can't wait to see what goes on there. I also picked up a God of War Lore and Legends book. This is kind of the story that follows in God of War, written down. They say it's the world through God of War through the eyes of Arteus. I'm probably butchered that, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's kind of that padded cover material, so it's a little poofy. But I liked God of War, the video game, so figured I'd give this a shot. And finally I got the Star Wars Age of Resistance oversized hardcover with a nice Patch Zurcher cover on the front there. This collects a whole bunch of the Star Wars Age of Resistance one-shots, and a whole bunch of other things with the Age of Resistance when it comes to the First Order. So I'm gonna have some Star Wars to read. I think I grabbed another Epic Collection, I'm not sure, but I'm still on the hunt to replace my Epic Collection things. I need to get a list up, kind of just say, hey, if your local shop has it, let me know. But yeah, that's it for my pull list this week. It's kind of short this week. I got to get to some other stuff this evening. I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and man, is that game big, and man, is there a lot to do in that game, and man, you can just get lost in it and just have fun. It's a really, really interesting open world game. I love the background of the Wild West, or the dying of the Wild West that's happening in it. I'm I think 14% through the game. I'm not really playing through hard, I got to do the missions. I'm kind of just meandering around, but it kind of makes it allows for that. You don't feel that time crunch that you feel sometimes with other open world games that I just got to get it done. But yeah, it's definitely better than Witcher 3 in my opinion. Witcher 3 is I couldn't stick with it, so we'll see if I go back. But yeah, that's my video game update. DC Fandom, the second part is up this weekend on the 12th. That's in 3 days. Hopefully I'll be able to check some stuff out. We'll see. But I don't know if I'll be able to just sit down and hunker down like I did last time. Hey, maybe if the air quality's bad and I don't have an excuse to go outside and do work, then maybe I'll check some stuff out. But yep, that's it. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're picking up, what you think, if you have a question, all that fun stuff. Keep it nice. We don't, the internet is a vile place for, a lot of stuff, and so let's not, bring that over here. And, excuse me. Take a shot now. Yeah. So, you can help, no, sorry. Man, I always trip it up at the end sometimes when I'm lost in thought, or I yawn and it breaks my concentration. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. Normally, we didn't record this week due to Ryan Higgins' anniversary with his lovely wife Leanne. They celebrated on Sunday or Monday and Tuesday as well. So it's okay. We can take a break every once in a while. For those of you who listen and are like, oh, there was no episode, sorry, we'll have another one up next week, barring any other real emergencies. But you can listen to us over at geekbox.com, or I think it's the comicsconspiracypodcast.com, I believe, or just look us up. There'll be a link in the description below for you to check out our other episodes, since we didn't get a new one up this week. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to everybody. It helps out immensely. It is much, much appreciated. I backed 2 things on Kickstarter, and I want to let you guys know about those. They're ending, I think, pretty soon in the month of September. That's Scott Snyder and Tony Daniel's Nocterra. It used to be Nocturnal, now it's Nocterra. They've added a few tiers, and they have a stretch goal of 175,000, which they're, I believe, almost at. If they get that, then hopefully we get those extra little bonus stretch goal things, but we'll see. The other one I check out is the I can't pronounce it. Aster of Pan, I think is what it's called. It's like a post-apocalyptic. I think it's like Hunger Games meets Dodgeball or something. I don't. It seemed interesting. The art looked pretty cool, so I decided to back it. Scott Snyder actually backed it recently, so check it out. I'll leave links in the description below for both of those with the proper names for the second one. But you should definitely check those out. They're ending fairly soon. Also, next week, our Detective Comics number 1027 Comics Conspiracy exclusive variant is out with cover art by the one and only Mitch Gerards. And you should definitely pick up a copy if you have not yet already. I am going to be spending most of next week shipping those things out to people who bought them. It is an amazing cover. It will look great in your collection. Definitely give it a shot. Again, link in the description below for the four different ways you can purchase it. We are offering signed copies. Those will be delayed a little bit since we have to send them to Mitch and he has to send them back. But we are offering a limited amount of signed copies. So for those of you that want a signed copy, since you maybe can't get to a con this year, you can buy one. And so links in the description below for all the ways you can buy them. There's 4 ways. Through our website, signed, unsigned, or unsigned, signed, and then eBay, signed, unsigned. So, or unsigned, signed. I don't know why. It's alphabetical. Stop. Leave me alone. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSaker. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. California's been a crazy place with the weather lately. We had an extreme heat warning, and then it was 100 and some degrees at the beginning of the week, and then it dropped drastically down to like the 60s with the overcast, hazy or fog, fire, smoke that we've had. If you see my Twitter, you saw me post a video of me walking in a parking lot, and every step I took, ash moved away like it was, light snow or something. I was making footprints in the ash. It was very interesting. So for those of you who live on the West Coast, be safe. Air quality is horrible. Be also safe because fires suck. For those of you that live down in the southern part of the United States and more eastern, please take care with those hurricanes that are coming through. It's brutal. And any other extreme weather that we're having, because climate change is real, people. I hope everybody stays safe. And yeah, we're almost halfway through September. God, this year's dragged on so long. But guess what? As usual, I'll see you next week.